We're good, we're going. So, unfortunately, I recently recorded a Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lion, I think it was, because my dad really wanted me to do a stream of it and then post the highlights on my. However, I've never really recorded on my phone, and again, as the curse always goes for my recording sessions, the game audio was so much louder than me that I didn't even try editing out the background noise this time because I knew what was going to happen. It was going to think I was the background noise, and not the game audio. It was very upsetting, very sad time. But for today, we're gonna be doing tier lists. Anyway, so that came out, so in celebration of that, I decided we would do a FNAF tier list of all like the characters and whatnot. Let's see. So the first one we have is Mangle over here. So Mangle is in FNAF 2, and honestly, I really like him. I like the idea of her. Or him. Yes. So I think for now we're just gonna put her in A tier because I really do like him. I wouldn't say that I dislike BB. Everybody else really dislikes him, but I've always been kind of a neutral party with him. I'm gonna just put him in C tier. He's not the absolute worst, but now this it's sort of the same thing with me. They're both like the same. Oh, oof. The FNAF Freddy. The FNAF 2 Freddy. Well, usually in FNAF, you would expect the guy who's in the actual title to be like one of the most popular. He's nobody's favorite. And in FNAF 2, I think Toy Freddy's a lot more famous than the Broken Freddy, so I guess he's sort of average. He's kind of forgettable. Okay, I'm putting him in A tier. I really love Bonnie, and his broken face version is really fun for me. Especially in Custom Night, where you see some of his voice lines, and he's just constantly joking about his face. Chica, I will say, in FNAF 2, she didn't really leave an impact on me, but in Custom Night, oh boy, she was scary. Up in FNAF 2, he was kind of, I don't know, he was pretty intimidating in that one, but it doesn't really make an impact anywhere else. He's kind of in the same tier as Withered Freddy for me. Ooh, Golden Freddy. For me, he's never really shown up anywhere. He doesn't really leave me with any lasting impact. But I would say he is better than the other guys because he's not really forgettable. I am thinking of him, especially in lore perspective, but he never really just shows up. Okay, we're gonna rearrange this. I think he is a B tier because he really doesn't impact me too much because he's never really shown up for me. But I do think he's better than these two because they're just a little bit forgettable. Or should I do this where he's just in front and yeah, I'll do that. He's in front. He's better than these two. I think the puppet is S tier. He is really cool. And I do think that the original, this guy, S tier too. I really like him. Especially, what were those death screams? Where he's like pulling off his face? Oh yeah, that was terrifying because I actually saw that. It was so spooky. I still remember seeing that in like a video I was watching. Gives me shivers this day. Alright then, our original Freddy. I would say he's average, but he is part of like the starting bit for everything. Okay, I'll do it. He's in the same tier as like Golden Freddy. I do notice him, but he isn't forgettable or anything. I do notice him. He's just never really standing out. I do like how he interacts with the player during like the later nights, but it's nothing too interesting. Here, I have an idea. So how I've described these people is that these are the ones that I forget, and these are the ones that I remember but I'm neutral with, right? So I'm going to put the ones that I normally forget on the bottom tier, because I don't really hate any of these characters, right? I don't really hate any of them, just some of them are forgettable, right? I would say I do remember him. I am neutral with him, though. Honestly, I do forget that a couple of these exist. I just remember a few of these people because they're memes to me, but a lot of them are very forgettable. I just remember these two because they were in really funny videos, and I laughed at those really hard. Oh, now the thing is about the Nightmarion animatronics, I think they all just kind of group up with, just kind of like, they weren't for me, right? Where would I put them? Again, I'm neutral with them. Is there any design that I particularly favor? I do like the mechanics of Freddy and Foxy in this game, so I think I'll put them on a tier higher. But for everything else, I just don't really notice them. Bonnie, I am a bit. I do really love Bonnie. He's one of my favorites in the series. I think I'll put him as the same tier as these ones up here. These ones are more like my favorite, and these are the ones that I think are like the best characters. These two down here, I didn't really like this one's design right here as much as others. I'm neutral with them, right? I don't think they're quite the best, but Nightmare. I gotta say, it strikes a chord with me. Ooh, Plush Trap. In Plush Trap's original game, I guess his mechanic is interesting enough, but what I really love him is FNAF AR. Let me go pull up an image. Oh yeah, here it is. He is in like his own little world there, and it is absolutely terrifying. I really love that one. I think Dawko did a video on it, and I think you guys should go over and watch that. I love his mechanics. Should he deserve to go in the upper tiers? Yeah, I think he does. FNAF AR strikes such a chord with me that I think I'll put him in A tier for characters I love. Honestly, I think these should go in like the bottom tier. I don't think that they're necessarily worse than the others. I just forget about them, and that's what D tier represents to me. I forget these characters exist. Forgettable to me. I really forget that she's in that game a lot of the time. I love Nightmarion. He's terrifying. But do I put him in A tier or S tier? I'm gonna put him in S tier. Nightmare Balloon Boy. I wouldn't say I necessarily forget about him. I do really love his lines in Custom Night. He's really funny there. So I think I'll put him on this tier. I wouldn't necessarily say I love him. I'm not neutral with him. I do like him. He's just not really there for me. Old Man Consequences. I like his lines. I like his design. I like the way he's portrayed. But I often forget about him. I wouldn't say he's forgettable necessarily. I'll put him neutral. I'm not really thinking about him often. What is this? Is that the exoskeleton? It looks like it's from FNAF World. It looks like it's from FNAF World. This is difficult. I wouldn't say he's necessarily forgettable because he is a rare occurrence and he's really crazy, but I've never really connected with him because he doesn't really have a face like the others. He's just a general thing. I think I remember him a little bit more because in FNAF AR, he shows up as like first enemy there and you get to know him there. And in FNAF World, I think there was this like guy who sells you exoskeletons and you can upgrade your characters. So I would say he's noticeable, but I just don't really connect with him. Honestly, half the time I forget he's there. I forget he's in one of these guys. So I'm sorry, man, you're gonna have to go on the bottom tier. I do like you, just you're so not recognizable. You're so much not there for me. Now, Chica. I will admit, when I was a lot younger, I absolutely loved Chica. But later in my life, I haven't really connected with her so much. I'm gonna have to put it on... I wouldn't put her in the same tier as B. I'd have to put her in C. Is this the candy thing? Candy Cadet? Oh, it is the Candy Cadet. Right, so I remember this is like, I'll just put it here. I couldn't tell you the first thing about Candy Cadet, except that he like tells stories sometimes, and they can be like, have lore in them, and he's from FNAF, what was it, Pizza Simulator? Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, so anyway, next one we have is Baby, Circus Baby. Now, the thing is, in the game, you don't really see her. Like once. Maybe you see her somewhere out. I don't know. I don't really like her that much. I mean, I like some of her voice lines. I like how terrifying she is in certain games, but she's never really connected. I'd say I'm very neutral about her. Now, Ballora. I do like her. In her game, she was terrifying. And I remember in FNAF AR, she had a really cool mechanic too. which is very hard for me to understand. So I'd probably put her in a tier above. And ooh, Funtime Foxy. Now, Funtime Foxy is in a kind of strange position because, well, in the original game, I did find them very terrifying, but they didn't have a lot of personality for me. They didn't really speak. They just kind of twitched in place, with every other character being, kind of more personal. This one didn't have anything. And then that kind of flipped backwards when Ultimate Custom Night came out, and then he just went, and now for the encore! It was bizarre, to be honest. Nah. I'll put them in B tier. I don't really particularly love them too much, but no, I'll keep him there. He doesn't really have the culture about him that I like. Now, Funtime Freddy. I really love the voice acting for this one.
Again! Are you ready for round 2? Ready or not, here I come! Knock, knock! Anybody home? Oh, birthday boy! Hey, Bon, go get him! Get ready for a surprise! Bon, let's not keep our friend waiting!
Okay, that's enough of that. But it's just so good to me. I love the voice acting and not in Ultimate Custom Night, but in Custom Night for Sister Location. I love the mechanic. I love his mechanic of like announcing his attacks, and all of his voice acting is amazing. He's one of my favorites, to be honest, from that game specifically. So I'm gonna put him up there. And Bon Bon, to me, doesn't really exactly have a personality. I mean, he is always with Funtime Freddy, and his mini game is really difficult. And I absolutely loved watching people try to take care of him. It was very funny. But do I love him as much as Funtime Freddy? Yeah, I say I will, because he absolutely gets knocked out in Custom Night in that game because because Funtime Freddy just keeps chucking him against doors. It's so funny. Let's entered. I barely know anything about him, but there is a lot of like creepy videos online about him. I do think I noticed I think the creep factor is really amazing. He actually inspired me to have a couple of nightmares, which is absolutely terrifying. I'm gonna put him on the same tier as these people. He is like way better than some characters in that story. I just wish he had some more of a spotlight because I think he would have been one of my favorite characters if I had gotten to know him a little bit more. But we barely get to know anything about him. I just know he just spooks me the hell out, man. It is terrifying when you get a nightmare about him. Biddy Bab, forget. I actually have one of these like mini Rena like figurines over here that I got from like a mystery box for like I think it was Easter or like another event. No, it was somebody's birthday. They gave me a mystery box because my birthday was also coming up the same month, and then we were gonna have two separate parties. So they were like, "Here's a previous one," and I got like a mini Rena, and I actually love their mechanic a lot. So I'm gonna put it. I'm not neutral about it. I do really like the mini Renas. This. Oh, and in the night 4 of Sister Location, they're scary. A little bit neutral. I do like Foxy in the original game because that's the first time you ever see a mechanic like that. And then you get like people who like Funtime Foxy in their games in Custom Night. They just run out the same thing as Foxy. I like Foxy because he did it first, and also his voice lines in Ultimate Custom Night are really fun. I'll put him in A tier. He's one of the favorites of the whole show for a reason. I like Jerbab from that. I forget. Ooh, Yendo. He was only in Custom Night for Sister Location, but I do remember I really liked him. Well, I wouldn't say I liked him, but I do remember him, and that's very important to me. So we're oops. Now the next one over here is what is this thing? Fun. What is that thing? Is there Bonnie and... Oh, it's Bonnet. Okay. Bonnet. So, as you can clearly just see, I totally just blanked on what this thing was. I'll be honest, I literally just forgot about them, but I do. I'll put it on the same tier as Yendo. I'm neutral about them. I do remember. I do remember them. I blanked on the name because I didn't. I'm neutral about them. Oh yeah, look at these guys. Should I? Should I for the meme? No, no. I do really like these guys, so they're going up in this tier. I just like how wacky they are. In an Ultimate Custom Night, they're just the best. Trash of the Game's really. Oh, Helpy! Oh, I love the memes about Helpy. I wouldn't say he's like an S tier character, but I do really like Helpy. I'll put him in A tier. He's one of my favorite parts. I absolutely love, but I do love Mr. Hippo's role in Ultimate Custom Night. When everybody gets him, he's just like, what the fudge? But it doesn't end, and I love that. And also, I wouldn't put him as like the same category as these guys, but like, I really love. I remember Ned Bear. He had one of my favoriteest lines in Ultimate Custom Night, but I do remember these two, but I feel more neutral about them. What is this? Didn't I already have Gold Freddy? Is this from 2? I think it's from 2. No, I remember this. It's, so in the original game, FNAF 1, you put, what was it, 1987 into the custom night. You put that number in for all the characters, and then you get a jump scare. Honestly, I forgot that happened. Or maybe that's somewhere else, but I don't know what that's from. Ooh, over here. I absolutely love this guy in Ultimate Custom Night. So we're just gonna chuck him there. This guy, I like his voice acting there, but there's nothing really more to it. This one was really funny, but he wasn't. But Rockstar Chica wasn't very noticeable in the game. I'll put him there. And then this one I actually really like too, because the parrot added a lot more like character to it. Music Man. I wouldn't say I'm exactly neutral with him because I like everybody's reaction to him. They either love him or they absolutely despise him, and I really love spiders. Look into his eyes for like 5 seconds, and you'll see he's terrifying too. And I absolutely love like 8-Bit Ryan's reaction to him. I think that's really entertaining. So I would say he's not like my favorite, but he is very notable. Yeah, I'll put him there. And this guy. Sorry, bud. I keep forgetting about you. You too. These are the characters I forget about, and that's really sad for some of these, because they are really cool characters, and they have great designs. I just don't remember them. Molten Freddy, I'm neutral about him. I do really like, Funtime Freddy's design way more. Molten Freddy, I wouldn't say he's forgettable. I do remember him, but he's not really my... Oh, I forgot. I love the memes that got inspired from this guy. I think it was Afton in Custom Night, and oh god, I wouldn't say I hate him. He's just, unfortunately, he's forgettable to me. I honestly forget about him. Scrap Baby, I do like the reveal, but my god, that design is weird. It is just weird. It's in the same category as Molten Freddy for me. Oh, I absolutely love this guy in Ultimate Custom Night and in the original game where he came from. I really love him. So he's going on. Should I put him in A or B? I'll put him here for now. I'll probably come back and change a few things. Ooh, phone guy. I'm sorry, guys. If we're talking about all of the phone guys, I love them all. If we're including like Handy Unit too. If this is just like the original phone guy from like FNAF 1 and 2, he'd probably be an A tier. But if we're talking about all of them, like from like FNAF 3 and like Handy Unit and like just basically the narrator voice, he's going in S tier. And I'm including all of them because this tier list doesn't seem to have all of them here. I don't really hate her. I don't really forget about her. The voice acting, it's alright. I'll put her, I'm very neutral towards her. Okay, I'll admit it. I don't like the voice acting. I think it's very irritating. The character itself, the mechanic, don't really hate it. I'm very neutral towards that. But the voice acting just rubs me the wrong way. And I can't really fault a character for that, but I can love a character for that. Alright, yeah, there is this thing. Honestly, I'm not really following the lore too deeply, so I always forget about these two. I forget about all that stuff. What is this? Oh, it's from like, what was it? That game that came out before FNAF, which Scott Cawthon made, which is about a, what were these things? Yeah, they're beavers, and they have a logging company, I think. Hopefully that's right, and I like FNAF, okay? I know a lot about the story and whatnot, but his previous creations, just look at the difference between that and this, and his like original designs for FNAF 1. You can see some things, okay? Let's just move on. Scott Cawthon himself, now let's see, he did create everything, so I'm gonna have to put him in S tier. He is the top dog here. He started it all. Oh, the toy animatronics. Toy Freddy. Unfortunate. Sorry, it's mean, but I honestly forget he exists. The Freddys just can't catch a break a lot of the time. Toy Bonnie. I wouldn't say that I necessarily dislike him. I do like his design. I think he's interesting. I like the relationship he has with one of my favorite FNAF creators, which is Dawko. There's a lot of memes from that. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily neutral. I do like him. So I'll put him in this category. Now Chica, I'll say it. I'm very neutral about her. And I think, yep, that's it. That's my tier list. Now I gotta make sure that this is right. Alright then. There we go. Let's see, anybody who needs to... Yeah, I think this is about right. These characters, do they need to be anywhere else? Yeah, I think we're good. So, in S tier, we're just gonna announce the few people that got into S tier, and then I'll just scroll down and show you everybody down here. So, in S tier, we have Scott Cawthon. We have, Marionette, Springtrap, Nightmarion, Phone Guy, Withered Bonnie, and Funtime Freddy. And in A tier, we have Mangle, Withered Chica, Bonnie, Plushtrap, Bonbon, Foxy, Helpy, Mr. Hippo, and Lefty. Why did I forget? I really like him. And then we have these guys down here, and these guys down here. We'll see if I get canceled for that or anything. Oh, is there a presentation mode? I didn't know that. Oh, that's why everybody else things look so much cooler than mine. I see. So anyway, there we go. That solved that. That's really cool. Bye and have a nice day.